Alrighty, had a question from Stallion33 on the gauges. Not so much a question as a request. So here we go. The gauges on Little Red. Oh. They are Autometer custom shop gauges. It took 6 weeks to get them made. You can go on here and pick everything you want. The size, what type of gauge, the color, the bezel color, the pointer colors, the fantail colors, bezel style. It's ridiculous how you can customize these gauges. So that's what I did. Not a huge fan of the digital stuff, although certainly I could have done like a tablet off of my Micro Squirt, and what the MS3 were about to do, I could run like a race pack, but I just don't like the digital stuff. I like old school stuff. I'm old, my trucks are old, guns are based on old stuff, my wife's old. I like old things, which is also usually cheaper too. So anyway, got the gauges ordered. What I did to fit them into the dash was, this is the original dash face, I guess you'd call it. See? And I just gutted it. All that is the face piece of the original dash. There's all the pieces left over from it. And then up here in Colorado, there's a bunch of artists. And they like to do metalwork, some of them. So there's a guy here locally that has a CNC water jet machine. And I took him the dash shell, and he was able to get measurements off of it and make me some 1/8" aluminum inserts, and was able to water jet the holes. He got them pretty close. I had to do some grinding and sanding, but he got them real close. And then after everything fit, sent it to the powder coater, another local artist. He builds custom bikes. Anyway, he's also a hot rodder, so we'll let him slide on those particular homosexual activities. Almost as bad as golf. Oh my God. And then, so you can see the original dash piece here. And then there's the insert for it, with just some stainless washers for the screws. It really was pretty simple. Ordered some red LED lights to match the truck for the turn signal indicators and the high beam indicator. But honestly, I've only driven this thing in the dark like maybe 3 times. Only bad thing is they're super bright at night. High beam indicator. What's that? What a floor switch. What kind of voodoo is that? Anyway. So yep, easy. They look like 3 3/4 or 3 3/8 gauges for these. I don't remember right off the top of my head. You can just measure your dash and figure out what will fit. These I remember too are the 1/16. This is getting dumped because I've got 22-pound springs in the truck now. Honestly, I don't have enough boost gauge, because usually the boost gauge the needle ends up right here, and I end up having to data log it. This was for the scramble button that I'm getting rid of because I don't need it. This was momentary disconnect for the electric fans. The Micro Squirt doesn't have enough outputs to control the fans off the ECU. MS3 does. So what happens is, when you're trying to crank this thing and the radiator's still hot with that probe, it'll crank up the electric fans, and that's 20 amps pulled away from your starter. So it's slow to crank. And then I usually forget to turn it back on and the truck overheats, which is kind of funny too. What else we got? This will probably be staying. It works good. I got it on this truck and Big Red. Man, is that it? Well, tell me we're done already. Maybe it is. Like I said though, they weren't cheap. I think they were like 1,300 bucks, but it's been worth it. I haven't even had this dash open since I put them in, because they just work that good. This is a GPS Speedo, because as you know, the 480s don't have a mechanical speedometer cable. And that's where we're at, man. Hopefully that was helpful to you guys. Hopefully you're having a good day. Y'all have a good weekend. And that's that.